Hi, Todd Wente here with Path to Progress for June 30th, 2025. Halfway through the year. This day marks the transition halfway between the beginning of the year and the end of the year. And for me and my professional endeavors, it also currently with the company that I work with, marks our fiscal year end. So lots of things today on my mind as I sit here in my mobile office, getting ready to head into the brick and mortar office, thinking about what the day holds. As I was driving in, I was thinking about some lessons that I've learned over the weekend, or that have been, not necessarily that I've learned, but that have been reinforced to me, because none of these lessons are new. In fact, I would venture to say that if you've made it to the age of 12, maybe the age of 8, if you've been paying attention, most of the lessons that we've learned, most of the really big foundational stuff that we've learned. We will add to that. We will add on top of that, but we've already learned the foundational stuff. The fundamentals are in place. It's now up to us to figure out how to implement them. And so the lessons that we learn along the way are generally fine-tuning lessons that can be connected very successfully, very easily, very intentionally to other lessons, to more foundational lessons that maybe were earlier in our life. Anyway, with that said, I was thinking about some lessons that I learned over the weekend, and one of them that just came across to me very powerfully was, there are so many things that I want to make progress in. I am one of those people that has lots of hobbies, and I have lots of ideas. I always have new ideas. I struggle sometimes with the follow-through on those ideas, and that follow-through has been the Achilles heel for several things in my life, whether it's been personally or professionally. And so, this idea of, okay, what do I pick to follow through on? Because if I've got 3 things that I really want to do in the next 6 months, can I do all 3 of them and really make significant progress? I don't know. I do have 3 big things that I'm thinking about working on and trying to make significant progress with. And the question that I ask myself is, can I do them all? Can I do all 3 of those things? I don't know. I know that I won't do, I know that there are things that I would be interested in doing that are going to be harder, because I don't have the kind of experience, I don't have the kind of background, I don't have the kind of foundation that would be necessary in order for me to really make significant progress in those areas. I know that there are other things that I have made astounding progress in the last year, or in the last 6 months, and that in the next 6 months, I have the possibility of really making that kind of progress that I want to see myself make. So as I'm looking at that, and I also recognize, Marcus Buckingham in his book, Love and Work, which is read by Love Plus Work, he brings out the idea that we make more progress in our areas of our strength than we ever will in our areas of weakness. So when we go into places where people are saying, well, let's talk about your weaknesses. Let's see what weaknesses you need to work on today. The reality is we should be turning around and saying, let's look at how we can leverage maybe somebody else's strengths to help us with our weaknesses, and make sure that we can be more powerful and communicate our strengths more effectively to the rest of our organization. In my own life, in my personal endeavors, what that says to me is, where do I have natural strength? Where do I feel naturally flow? Where do I feel like I really have some skill? Focus in those areas, and then figure out the rest. But really put my time and my effort and my energy into those areas. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to look at the areas where I really got some skill, where I've really got some ability. I'm going to focus on those. And in the areas where maybe I have less, I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to see what I can do to kind of put it in place. Because I want to make as much progress as I can. Maybe there's some other ways to do that. I hope this has been useful for you this morning. It's been very useful for me. Have a magnificent progress-filled day. I hope to see you in future iterations. Share this video as much as you can for those who might find it valuable, because, man, if we can get more people making more progress, I think this world would be a better place. This has been The Path to Progress. My name is Todd Wente. Nulum Diem. We'll see you next time.